Hi, what I want to show you in this video is what we would have talked about today in class. What I want you to be able to do by the end of this video is all that is on your homework in terms of translating improper fractions to mixed numbers and then later on from mixed numbers to improper fractions. So in improper fraction we talked about in class the other day, we said something like 5/4 is an improper fraction, or 7/3, or 11/5. Those are all improper fractions because the numerators are larger than the denominators. Again, the numerator is larger than the denominator. And we said in passing that the word improper for us, like if you went to someone's Thanksgiving dinner and your behavior was called improper, bye George, that is that you would be sort of in trouble. But with math, improper fractions are totally great and right. It's just a different way to talk about them. So we're going to make them into mixed numbers. We're going to take these here and we're going to write them instead as numbers so we could see how many wholes there are and then how many parts are still left over. So I'm going to walk you through how I would think about it, and then I'm going to show you like a how-to part so you can figure out which part you would, or which pieces you would like to think about. So for example, 5/4. The way that I think about it is that I could take 5/4 and break it into 4/4 and one more fourth. Because 4/4 here, 4/4, and one more fourth would be 5/4 if I put them all together. And I know that 4/4 is the same thing as one whole. If I think about it as, you know, a rectangle, all the four sections would be colored in. So another way I can call this, instead of 5/4, as a mixed number, I can call it 1, from the 4/4 part, and then 1/4 from that leftover part. I can do the same thing again here. 7/3. I could break it into 3/3. I could break it into another 3/3 actually. So 3/3 and 3/3 would be 6/3, and I need one more third to get to 7/3. So 3/3 is one whole, 3/3 is another whole, and then I have 1/3. So I'd have 2 and 1/3. Let me show you what you can also do instead if you want to. So every single time you can break it apart like this. But another way you could do these same problems is you could say, how many times, I'm going to take this. I'll take this one here. 4 goes into 5. How many times? It goes in one time with one left over. So you could, it's the same exact thinking here, because how many times does it go in and how many are left over? But instead, I can just do it sort of as a shortcut. 4 goes into 5, one whole time, one left over. How many times does 3 go into 7? It goes in 2 times, because then that gets me to 6. And I need one more to get to 7/3. So I'll do the same thing here. 5 goes into 11. How many times? It goes in 2 times. And one left over to go from 10 to 11. So it's also 2 and 1/5. So what I would say is sort of a way for you to think about this, if you want to go from an improper fraction to a mixed number, is that you can divide the numerator by the denominator. However many whole number times it goes in, it creates the whole number. So whole times it goes in gives you the whole number. And then whatever is left over becomes your numerator, and your denominator stays the same. Okay, so again, divide the numerator by the denominator, just like here. 11 divided by 5 is 2. Whatever is left, you had one more left to get there from 10 to 11. There it goes there, and then your 5 stays in the denominator to be the same. Okay, so now same idea here from mixed numbers to improper fractions is that let's take a couple examples. Let's take 3 and 2/5. Let's take 4 and a half. And let's take 6 and 3/4. So I'm going to do the same thing again here.